Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello students, how are you? I hope all of you in a good condition and still healthy. First, before we go to the next, it is better for us to pray first. Okay students, let's pray together. Pray starts. Pray finish. Amin. Thank you. Kalian mungkin berpikiran, kok suara gurunya asing ya? Kira-kira ini siapa ya? Kok beda dari guru biasanya? Nah, let me introduce myself. My name is Siti Aziza. You can call me Miss Aziz. Kenapa kok dipanggil Miss, bukan Mrs. atau Ma'am? Ya, karena Miss masih single. Bedanya itu kalau Miss buat wanita yang masih single dan sedangkan Mrs. atau Ma'am untuk wanita yang sudah punya suami atau keluarga. Oke, lanjut. Saya merupakan mahasiswa PLP atau yang biasanya dikenal dengan PPL dari Universitas Tidar Magelang. Saya sendiri dari jurusan Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris di Universitas Tidar Magelang. Pada kesempatan kali ini, in this beautiful change, saya diberi kesempatan untuk mengajar bahasa Inggris lintas minat di kelas 11. Miss harap kalian dapat enjoying my virtual class ya. Daripada berbicara terlalu banyak, langsung saja kita ke materi pembelajaran kali ini. Let us learn about today's material. So, have you ever heard about short story, students? Kalau diartikan, short artinya pendek, sedangkan story adalah cerita. So, short story adalah cerita pendek dalam bahasa Inggris. Short story merupakan bagian dari narrative text. Then, let's us read about the definition of short story itself. A short story is a narrative prose that is usually centered around one single event. It is limited in scope and has an introduction, body, and conclusion. Although a short story has much in common with a novel, it is written with much greater precision. So, cerita pendek adalah prosa naratif yang biasanya hanya menceritakan suatu peristiwa atau kejadian. Dalam cerita pendek selalu ada bagian pendahuluan, isi, dan kesimpulan. Cerita pendek punya banyak kesamaan dengan novel. Namun, pada novel, alur yang diceritakan sangat panjang dan rumit, jadi tokoh yang muncul lebih banyak. Sedangkan cerpen, alur yang diceritakan sangat singkat dan sederhana. That's why jumlah tokoh pada cerpen hanya beberapa saja. Okay. Let's continue to the social function of a short story. Because a short story is a part of narrative text, so the social function of the short story are same. First, to entertain the reader, yaitu untuk menghibur pembaca. Second, to teach moral lesson, untuk mendapatkan pembelajaran dari sebuah cerita pendek tersebut, karena pada cerita pendek, penulis biasanya menyiratkan beberapa hikmah atau pelajaran yang dapat diambil dari teks tersebut. Third, to provide unique literacy experience, yaitu salah satu hal yang penting dari short story adalah pembelajaran sastra itu sendiri. Selain terhibur and get the moral value, kita juga belajar bagaimana sastra pada bahasa Inggris. And then fourth, to understand human experience. Sometimes a short story itu menceritakan tentang pengalaman penulis atau orang-orang di sekitar kita. Dengan cerita itu, kita yang belum pernah mengalami suatu hal yang ada di cerita akan lebih bertambah wawasannya. And then the next is about the generic structure of short story. Just like a narrative, in a short story, there are orientation, complication, and resolution. Nah, di short story, bagian complication dipecah menjadi 3 bagian, yaitu rising action, climax, and falling action. Nah, first is about orientation. It is about the opening paragraph where the characters of the story are introduced. And it is a part of introduction. Di sini biasanya tokoh dalam cerita mulai dikenalkan. Biasanya ditandai dengan kalimat once upon a time, one day, and etc. And then the second is rising action. The event when the problem leading up. Pada part ini, penulis biasanya mulai mengenalkan problem that the character faced. Biasanya penulis mengenalkan masalah yang akan dihadapi oleh si tokoh utama sendiri. And then the third is climax, the event when the problem reaches a high point. Bagian saat tokoh mencapai puncak permasalahan. And then the fourth is falling action, is the event when the character solve the problem. Bagian di mana tokoh mencoba untuk menyelesaikan permasalahannya sendiri. And then the end is about resolution. This is how the story end up. Bagian ini menceritakan tentang bagaimana cerita itu berakhir, whether it is happy or sad ending. And next is about continue to the elements of short story. There are characters, setting, plot, conflict, point of view, and then theme. First is characters. Characters is the group of features, traits, and characteristics that form the individual nature of some person or thing, yaitu ciri-ciri yang membentuk sifat dari seseorang yang ada di dalam tokoh di cerita. And then next is about setting. It's a description of where and when the story takes place, yaitu gambaran tentang di mana dan kapan cerita itu berlangsung. And then the third is about plot. Is the main sequence of events that make up the story. Sering disebut alur, yaitu rangkaian peristiwa yang membentuk sebuah cerita. And then the fourth is about conflict or tension. It's usually the heart of the short story and is related to the main character, yaitu ketegangan atau permasalahan yang menjadi inti dari cerita yang dihadapi oleh tokoh utama. And then the fifth is about point of view, sering disingkat POV, is the story from which the story told. Nah, dari mana cerita itu diceritakan? Nah, POV atau point of view ada 4, yaitu first person point of view, second person point of view, third person point of view, yang dibagi menjadi 2. Nah, first person point of view yaitu sudut pandang orang pertama, biasanya menggunakan kata aku sebagai tokoh utama dalam cerita. And then second person point of view yaitu sudut pandang orang kedua, biasanya menggunakan kata kamu untuk membuat seolah-olah pembaca ada di dalam cerita. Namun penggunaan Second point of view ini masih cukup jarang. And then third point of view yang dibagi menjadi dua yaitu third point of view limited and omniscient. Nah, third point of view limited yaitu pembaca akan diajak untuk mengikuti perjalanan satu karakter saja. And sedangkan omniscient yaitu third point of view omniscient, penulis dapat menceritakan perspektif dan isi pikiran beberapa karakter sekaligus. Nah, perlu diingat biasanya dalam third point of view ini penulis menggunakan dia untuk menceritakan tokoh dalam cerita. Poin selanjutnya yaitu the language features atau unsur kebahasaan of short story. First is past tense. As usual, a narrative text is used past tense yaitu verb kedua seperti killed, drunk, and etc. And then using adverb of time, menggunakan kata kerja waktu yang sering digunakan seperti one day, once upon a time, and etc. And then using specific character, karakter yang dicerminkan sangat spesifik dan jelas. And then using action verb, menggunakan kata kerja yang menggambarkan tindakan tokoh seperti killed, duck, walked, and etc. And then using direct speech yaitu it is to make the story lively. Nah, biasanya digunakan agar cerita terlihat hidup, maka penulis menggunakan percakapan langsung antar tokoh. Nah, di sini Miss punya cerita dari Guy de Maupassant, judulnya yaitu The Necklace. Nah, Miss akan bacakan satu paragraf saja. Nanti jika kalian ingin membacanya, kalian bisa download cerita ini di link yang akan Miss sediakan. Oke, The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. The girl was one of those pretty and charming young creatures who sometimes are born, as if by a slip of fate, into a family of clerks. She had no dowry, no expectations, no way of being known, understood, loved, married by any rich and distinguished man. So she let herself be married to a little clerk of the Ministry of Public Instruction. Nah, dari cerita itu kita dapat menganalisis elements of the short story. Pertama yaitu ada karakter. There are three main characters in this short story, yaitu Mathilde Loisel, yaitu the wife, and then the little clerk of the Ministry of Public Instruction, who is the husband, and then Madame Forestier, who is the friend who lent Mathilde a diamond necklace. And then the plot is, first is about introduction. Mathilde, the main woman character in this short story, is being described as unhappy because of her and her husband's being poor. And then rising action, the complication starts when she and her husband are invited to a rich people's ball. She buys a new gown to go with it. She borrows an elegant diamond necklace from her friend Madame Forestier. And then for the climax is the peak of this short story is when Mathilde discovers that she lost the diamond necklace. And then for the following action, to replace the lost diamond necklace, Mathilde and her husband buy another one exactly the same for 34,000 francs from its original price of 40 francs, such as very big amount of money for the couple. The 18,000 francs was inherited by her husband from his father, and the rest of the amount he borrows from various sources. And then from the resolution, the problem resolves itself to in a negative manner when Mathilde and Madame Forestier meet again after 10 years. And the letter tells the farmer that the diamond necklace she borrowed was fake. And for setting, first is about place in Paris, and then the time, sometime in the 18th century. And the weather condition is good, social condition of Mathilde Loisel and her husband were poor, and then mood or atmosphere, Mathilde is not contented of her poor life. When she loses the borrowed diamond necklace, she and her husband become anxious. Then they buy a new one to replace the lost one, and they live a stressful life in order to pay their debts incurred to buy such necklace. And then from the point of view used in this short story is the omniscient limited. The author tells the story in third person using pronouns they, she, he, it, and etc. We know only what the character knows and what the author allows him or her to tell us. We can see the thoughts and feelings of character if the author chooses to reveal them to us. And then the theme for me, the theme things are not always as they appear to be and also be content on what you have or applicate to this story. And then for the conflict here are of man versus himself and man versus society. Mathilde has been struggling as a poor woman because of her desire to fit in the society. Nah, kurang lebih untuk menganalisis elemen dari short story seperti itu. Semoga kalian paham dengan apa yang Miss terangkan. Selanjutnya, untuk menguji kemampuan kalian dalam memahami short story, Miss punya soal yang tidak sulit, sangat mudah banget. Silahkan kalian klik link di bawah ini untuk menuju soal di Google Form. Nah, akan ada 20 soal pilihan ganda dan itu sangat mudah, silahkan dikerjakan ya. Paling lambat saya tunggu sampai hari ini jam 15.30. Tolong dikerjakan untuk penilaian kalian. Nah, untuk tugas individu di rumah, Miss punya tugas yaitu menemukan atau mencari sebuah short story dari internet. Lalu kalian copy and paste di Word, lalu analisislah elemen dari short story tersebut. Lalu simpan file tersebut menjadi file PDF dengan format nama kelas, nama kalian, dan nomor absen. Nah, sebelum Miss menutup pembelajaran pada hari ini, mari kita sedikit mereview tentang materi hari ini. Nah, kita sudah belajar tentang short story, the social function of short story, yaitu meliputi to entertain the reader, to teach a moral lesson, and etc. And then we learn about the generic structure of short story. There are orientation, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. And then we also learn about the elements of short story. There are characters, setting, plot, conflict, point of view, and then theme. We also learn about the language features of short story. I hope all of you understand about today's material. Saya harap kalian semua paham dengan materi yang Miss sampaikan pada hari ini. Nah, sekian pembelajaran yang Miss sampaikan kali ini. Kurang lebihnya minta maaf. Saya tutup. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you when I see you. Bye-bye.